Hey everyone, it's me, Zane.
And it's me, Morgan.
And today we are going to be bringing you tissue paper painting. Ooh. Wow, look at that, it's like confetti.
I know. So surprised.
Disclaimer, before we get started on this, we'll mention this later on in the film here, but we did this two different ways here. We sent you guys the way to do it with just plain water. However, we would probably recommend if you have anything like rubbing alcohol or ibuprofen alcohol laying around, that you guys use that as a mixture for whenever you spray this into here. As you can see, we have two different. Very distinct colors here. This is one right here is with the water, and then this one right here that's more colorful is with the rubbing alcohol. It also dries a lot quicker too. Yeah. We just can't send you rubbing alcohol when we send these out, so that's just why.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
All right, everyone. So in this week's craft bag, you should have a few different stencils, a baggie of tissue paper, watercolor paper, a white crayon, and a spray bottle. So with the spray bottle, you're going to want to go ahead and just fill it up with some regular old tap water. It doesn't matter if it's warm or cold. It can just be room temperature. So just go ahead and fill that up. We're going to set that over to the side. And also we're going to put those over there. We're going to go ahead and just get out our stencils, our white crayon, and our piece of paper here. To start, we're just going to go ahead and start just stenciling on like onto the white piece of paper with our white crayon. So it might be a little difficult to see with the white crayon. After you start coloring it, if you just like lift up this, you kind of can see that it's like a little waxy or shiny, so you can kind of tell like where you've already put like some of your drawings down. But just to get started, I'm going to make sure this is being held in place. So if you want, you can put a little bit of tape down or just try to keep it still. Okay, everyone, after you have all of your designs designed, we're going to go ahead and get out your tissue paper and your spray bottle. We're going to be spraying these with water, and if you guys notice that after they dry and some of the color isn't like left behind as much as you want, you can always just let it dry completely and then take more of these little like patches and just place them down again and respray them. What we're going to want to do is never do this around a fan or anything like that. First, we're going to just go ahead and make sure that our spray bottle like is not squirting like projectile. We want to make sure it's more of like a mist. So we're going to stand like directly above it and spray down. See, and that's why we need to do this like very slowly.
Make sure it's not point blank, guys.
Yeah, kind of far away. And just do it slow.
Like imagine a rain falling to the ground.
Yes. So again, very lightly do this, and we're just going to do it until all of our tissue paper is a little damp. So you can get a little closer to it after you spray it, just because, you know, it absorbs the water and kind of sticks to itself. Okay guys, while this is drying, again, we're not going to touch this until it's completely dry. So
how long would you say it would probably take?
I'm going to check back in maybe like an hour and a half or so. We'll peel ours up, and you guys can put as much layers on it as you want. So it can be never ending. You could keep doing this over and over until your paper dissolves. So we'll let this dry, and then we'll see you back here in a minute. I'm back, and as you can see, it looks a little different than when I left off here for it to dry. I went ahead and took my other sheet, or just another sheet of paper. You could even use a piece of just a paper towel or something. But I put 2 books on top just to like push down the paper onto the other paper, and this actually turned out pretty cool. Just this paper in general, I really liked just the nice watercolor there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this off. This turned out pretty neat looking. It's not exactly what I expected it to be, but I can definitely still see some of my leaves in a few spots. And here's Zane's. Here we go.
Mine's still soaking.
Yeah, his is still a little damp, but honestly, I like how his, like, it left like a big splotch of purple, like
yeah,
an
I'm not
actual
really sure
square.
how that happened.
Yeah, but you can still see like his plants, like they look more like fossils on his. I definitely like that. Using water worked out like pretty okay for this. But what really worked was when we used rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. So we have an example over here that Zane went ahead and did at the beginning of today.
I just quickly threw a bunch of stuff on here.
Yeah.
Wasn't even like worried about like color scheme or anything. I just threw stuff on there and sprayed it just to see what would happen. And as you can see, like the results kind of speak for itself.
Yeah, it's just way more like an intense pigmented color that you get from like a rubbing alcohol spray than a water spray.
You can see right here where the leaves that we did are all white. This one, however, took on like a blue hue.
Yeah, it absorbed the color itself, which is kind of interesting. So again, you can do this multiple ways. I think the best option would be to spray it with a mixture of rubbing alcohol and a little bit of water, like in the spray bottle that we gave you, and then go ahead and put like 2 books and another piece of like paper over top of it just to like really push it down, and then I think that would give you guys the best results. But again, you can do it however, like whatever means you have at your house, because not everybody is going to have isopropyl and we can't send you like home alcohol.
Right.
So yeah, but this is how ours turned out. I still think it's pretty cool. It's just fun to see like what it's gonna look like after you take like all these off. But I hope you guys had a decent time making this, and we will see you guys again next week.
We'll see you guys.
All right, bye.